Several years ago, there was dissension at the rancho. I had overheard murmurings in the barnyard regarding my stock trailer. The grumbling animals enlisted my teenage daughter to present their complaints. In my defense, let me describe this trailer the way it used to be. I felt like it was a real bargain when I bought it. It was an 18-foot hail with a bumper hitch. Upon purchasing it, I made a few minor repairs. 3 of the wheel bearings needed replacing, but the left front still spun good. We put plywood over the rotting floor and bought an inner tube for the 2 new recaps that didn't have any tread left. I put down a rubber mat on the slick plywood after a horse came loose in transit and slid from front to back going up a steep grade. Every improvement an investment, I always say. My daughter's list of complaints seemed trifling. The horses, she claimed, were embarrassed to be seen unloading. She suggested I repaint it. Well, trying to get along, I pulled it down to the sandblasting guy for an estimate. He recommended against it. Apparently, he was afraid it would cause structural damage. To remove that much rust would weaken the steel. Admittedly, there has been some erosion. This complaint was brought up by the cows. They worried about sliding a foot through that 4-inch gap that circles the trailer. I've always looked on that gap as good drainage. And I take it the boys at the sale barn agreed too, since they've named my trailer the Valdez. Perhaps my daughter had her own motives. I noticed she wouldn't even tie her horse to the trailer at a roping or a horse show. I offered to paint her name on the side, give her some pride of ownership. She said, no thanks. I've always admired her modesty. Being a good ranch boss, I considered their grievances, but I had good reason to avoid any hasty decisions. The Valdez was perfectly suited to my pickup. It was a classic, with good tires and a fully functional left-hand side mirror. Besides, the annual registration for the trailer was only $13. This is Baxter Black from out there.